Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Need urgent support and advice with serial cheater whose family I am living with. Need support. I've been in a long-distance relationship with my now ex-girlfriend for about 3 years now. It started when we were in high school and it was our first real relationship. It was intended to be lifelong. We met online but not through any dating apps, and none of us were actually aiming to get into a relationship, so it was entirely by luck. Some months later she traveled to me. I live in a different country, and we spent a few days together and it was absolutely amazing. After that we've been traveling to each other whenever we could for some days to maybe a week or two and not longer, because we would both have other things to do like attend school. Once the pandemic started and everything became online, I suddenly was able to stay abroad in a different country for months at a time, and I did that to be with her, and it was a dream come true for me, TBH. Everything was pretty perfect and we were both happy until she started getting texts from her internet friend. Keep in mind that this occurred a few weeks before one of my trips to her a few months ago. Suddenly they started talking a lot and calling late in the morning. I was mostly okay with this since I am secure and don't get jealous so easily. But then somehow they started to develop feelings for each other, and they admitted to each other that they have a crush on each other. As soon as this happened though, she immediately apologized to me and told me that it was nothing and that she chooses me. I was really stupid, so I believed her. Soon the feelings start to intensify and they started talking about how much they love each other and agreed to meet up and have sex. They even spoke badly about me and she revealed some intimate secrets. As I am typing this, I am realizing for the first time how dumb I was. After a lot of fights with her online, she fully apologized me and convinced me that they were just meaningless texts and that we can fix our relationship, and once again I was stupid, so I believed her. It's also good to note that after all these apologies she tells him that she can never talk to him again because it is wrong and she only wants me. Some days she asked him if they could go back to being flirty friends, even though she assured me she would not do that again. Some days after she asked him that and he agreed, I traveled to her to be with her for some months with her family, as was the plan we had for weeks. I did not know that she had asked him that. While I was with her I noticed that she had been texting him, but she told me that it wasn't a problem and that they were just friends. I am reading this with you and realizing how stupid I was too. I noticed that she changed the passcode of her phone so I couldn't check her phone, and she wasn't willing to show me her chats with him. After a while of fighting her about the fact that she's hiding things from me and talking to him, she suddenly sends me her passcode to show that she has nothing to hide. I then open her phone when she wasn't looking and I checked the chats and my heart just dropped. This is how I know that she asked him if they could go back to being flirty friends, and this is how I found out about how many times she had left the house just to walk, but actually she had left to call him. I had also found out that she sexted him once and sent him hot pictures of her in hot dresses on Snapchat. As a fun side note, she sexted him one night while I was asleep next to her. The next 12 hours or so she had cried a lot upon her realizing that I caught her, and she had started drinking a lot of alcohol in order to numb herself, because apparently she was in a lot of pain, which then caused her to vomit everywhere in the house, and I ended up needing to take care of her. The next morning we had agreed to try to fix our relationship. Infinitely stupid of me, but at least this time she was doing it properly and had actually cut contact with him. This was of course just for a month until she started talking to him, and of course they returned to being the flirty friends that they were before. Now we are finally broken up, but I'm still living in her house with her family and can't leave for about 10 days because the soonest flights are too expensive. Her family has no idea except for her sister, who is luckily supporting me and is there for me. I've tried to talk to her about how she treated me and told her that she treated me really cruelly, terribly and heartlessly, and called her a terrible, cruel and heartless person since she hurt me insanely much and lied to me for so long, but in response she's just getting angry and saying that she isn't cruel, terrible and heartless. They have not yet met, so the cheating has been emotional as well as whatever you would call hot pics and sexual texts. Right now I really need people to give me advice, support me and guide me on what to do and how to act, since I clearly do not know. I don't have anyone in the world supporting me now except for her younger sister, which while helpful and nice does not give me the support I need. I could try to get support from my family, but that won't work out because my relationship with them is not very good. There are a lot of details missing which I've not added simply because they are too many to note, but if you ask I'll gladly provide. DMs are greatly appreciated as well as comments. Thank you very much for reading everything. Just avoid her as much as possible and only talk to sister and parents. Don't get sucked in again. See above and do not reconcile with this patently dishonest woman. The problem is, I guess he has nowhere to stay if she kicks him out. Can you afford a hostel, or if not, this will be difficult to avoid her? If yes, move to a hostel in North Carolina with her. I've gone through something very similar a long time ago. It went on and on for 3 years. I don't want to get into the nasty details, but it was very similar to what you described, just with the added severity of this going on over 3 years. It was emotionally taxing, and while it was damaging, I learned a whole lot from that. Thus I'd recommend you cut ties with her as soon as you can, 100%. No reconciliation, no staying friends, no chatting, nothing. Cut her out of your life like a tumor. Then take your time to heal. Think about what happened, what she did and what led to this. I'm not advising second-guessing yourself, but we all do things we shouldn't, like snooping phones, and we can learn from that. Get together with a friend, and talk this through, multiple times if necessary. You will get over this eventually. Let me stress this again, no contact. Throw her out of your life. Until then, deal with her family like you would with normal people that live with you. If you could move to a hotel, being near her is not the best option. Then take the flight back home, work on improving yourself and forget such a girl exists. Work as hard as possible to move her out of your life. Don't waste time talking to her. She can't give you what you need. Learn to grey rock her for the next 10 days until you can block her for good. If you're able to stay somewhere else temporarily, apartment or Airbnb, consider it. Your true healing won't begin until she's completely out of your life. Ghost her in her own house. It is over and you are only there for a few more days. Do not give her any more of your emotions, good or bad. Being indifferent to her existence will hurt her more than anything you can say. It doesn't matter what she does from now on, and do not show her how much it hurts you. Sorry to say, but she wasn't yours. It was just your turn. High up, you are completely right. You had been dumb. Now, you just must wait for the sooner you get a ticket to return home and to stop contact her. In the meantime, you should avoid contacting her the minimum possible, avoiding all the talk about your relationship. Need help finding life again? Need support? Here is the first post I made regarding my situation. Read it first to understand my situation more. I have been with her for 3 years now and cannot imagine how I can go about my day-to-day life without being able to text her good morning and be able to tell her the little parts of my day. It also is really hard because I relied mainly on her to be my support network, and it has worked perfectly for the most part. Any issue I would have, I could make myself feel better by saying at least I have her as my partner. Well, that's not the case anymore. Frown. How can I adjust to a single life, and how can I accept that it's over and move on? What can I do to feel better right now? Would anyone here be willing to DM me to offer me one-to-one support? I feel very alone now. I appreciate all the comments I get. Each one makes me feel happier and supported. Individual counseling from an experienced professional dealing with attachment/dependency issues, and possibly BPD, or whatever it's called these days. Okay, following your advice, I've signed up for professional online counseling. What exactly is BPD? Is what you're saying related to codependency? BPD can be two very similar disorders. Bipolar disorder, and borderline personality disorder. Tread lightly with these folks a lot and do not have it under control at all. BPD equals bipolar disorder. High up. You must let her go. The later you do that, the more you will suffer and the more time you will need to heal. Go to extreme no contact. Stop talking to her. Block her phone, email, messages and social media. Any possibility that she can reach you. Delete her phone number and all possibilities you have to reach to her. Don't follow her on social media. You are still living in her family home? If you are, it's a little bit more difficult, but you must take the flight back home ASAP. Grab this book and a highlighter. Codependent no more. Need help with understanding ex-partner actions? Need support? Here is the link to my previous post so you can understand my story more. Right now I really just need help understanding my ex-partner's feelings. I'm currently staying in her house with her family waiting for my flight to go back to my home country. Just some days ago she was incredibly loving and sweet. We were getting along really well for some parts of the day. Note this was after we had broken up because of her ongoing emotional affair. Now that she told her mom that we are over, she has completely changed. She has become a really hateful and abusive girl. She now says that she doesn't love me anymore. How is that suddenly gone after some days? And she only asks me about when I am leaving and to send her money because she spent too much on me. She started verbally abusing me and throwing things at me even though I am just sitting in silence and not doing anything to provoke her. I'm starting to feel as though she is just a mentally ill person even though I don't think so. I've decided now that there are two of her that come out seemingly randomly. One is loving, caring and understanding. The other is hateful, cold and more abusive every day. Now I think I will only be seeing the hateful person and not the other one. Why is she like this? How can someone who was so loving suddenly turn evil? How did this change happen? I've not done anything wrong to her, she's the one who betrayed me and broke me heart, so this is difficult for me to understand. I understand that I need to surgically cut her out of my life and I am in the process of doing that and am actually excited for some reason. Does anyone have an idea why she is like this? Because you no longer serve her needs, and she wants you gone. She's clearly a self-centered person who will use people and manipulate that to get her attention, and now that she's found another source of attention that's new, she dropped you like hotcakes. I wouldn't be surprised if she is a narcissist. You need to move on from the idea that she loved you. Why are you looking at the words of a proven liar? Look at her actions, it will tell you everything you need to know. I think that it is positive that you got to see this side of her personality before you got engaged or something, even if it is hard for you. Do not send money to her. She made the choice all by herself to spend money on you. Period. Don't waste your time and effort trying to understand her, just detach and move on. It's truly wasted time. I've decided now that there are two of her that come out seemingly randomly. One is loving, caring and understanding. The other is hateful, cold and more abusive every day. There's only one of her. The other aspect is a mask that she's unable to maintain all the time. The real her is not loving, in case you still have doubts. Thank you for this clarification. She started verbally abusing me and throwing things at me even though I am just sitting in silence and not doing anything to provoke her. Start filming this. She might have bipolar disorder? Run, op. Just leave ASAP, ghost her in any kind of form and never send her money. She is projecting her guilt onto you. If she can hate you, then the breakup is your fault, not hers. Be glad you are leaving. There is no way to win except to leave. Yes, you may be right. She says that she wanted to leave me even before she cheated because she wasn't happy. I asked her why and she said it's because I didn't call her enough or put much effort by, for example, sending postcards. The fact that I was living alone at the time and struggling with depression and being unable to leave the bed before 3 p.m. was not an acceptable excuse. Find a cheap motel and move out, you do not need to be in her space. As for understanding her, that is pointless because she is vaccinating faster than a sex toy. Not even she will understand. Start recording all interactions because it really sounds like she is unhinged to some extent. And for the love of all things cats, please do not consider taking her back if she starts begging you the day before you leave. This one has shown you who she is. Do the 180, and also read up on the grey rock method. Not feeling that I, 37M, am being told the truth from 31F advice. So I've been dating this woman for a month and I don't think she's being completely upfront because her motif would be to develop a serious relationship with me and not reveal anything that would hurt me. Last weekend a guy called her phone while she's laying in bed with me and she didn't pick up. She told me that there's a guy named Dave that has been chasing her, he's pretty much infatuated with her, and he is in his 40s plus married. The moment after the phone rang I told her to call him back and tell her that she is involved in a new situation and that he should respect that. She does so and the guy responds, "Oh okay, say no more, no worries, I didn't know." I felt somewhat relieved. After she gets off the phone with him, she explains to me that because he is married and all that she does not take him serious and that he's genuinely a nice person so there is not a need to be rude to him and that she uses him for free dates when she's bored I guess and that she pretty much uses him. I have him on a leash she states. A few days later he comes up again in conversation and when I asked did she have sex with him she paused and said no, then follows up with he only gave me oral sex. I'm thinking about it now and I think she is not telling the truth because why would she still be entertaining him? Plus how do I know she didn't give him the oral back? Even though there was allegedly no penetration. I want to confront her and have her call him and ask him on speakerphone, do you like having sex with me or your wife better Dave? Just to see what his response would be. Is this a clever question to have her ask or text the guy to her if she was being transparent and to give me closure as to whether or not I can trust her? Keeping anyone on a leash is a huge red flag. It shows her character. But she says she would never do that to me because she really likes me. Yeah, I'm sure she does. What do you think she tells the other guy? She doesn't really care for him so I figure she would just tell him what he wants to hear to get what she wants, man shrugging. Might this sound familiar? Step back and look at this objectively. I see what you did there. That opens my mind up. Oh honey. Sounds like you are just being prepared for a different kind of leash, but a leash that benefits her, and puts you in a position where you don't have the truth. Don't let love or sex blind you mate, this is a huge red flag. Think with your head, not your heart or your penis. There is only pain to be had with someone like this, guaranteed. Thank you, praying gesture. Do you know how many women tell a new relationship something that they would never do to them and then they do exactly that? Of course not. Not to you, you're different. She's got you on a leash too. If she was head over heels for you her sugar daddy wouldn't exist. She has failed the interview process bro. But you do you good luck. Lol thank you. In 1 month you found she has poor morals. You're already going batshit over it. Move along no need be asked. I get it but she's head over heels for me and I want to call her out on SHT. Clearly she is, that's why she has a side piece. Do they make those glasses in any other shade than red? You really need to open your eyes here pal. I admire your confidence, but your 1 month long relationship isn't what you think it is. She's admitted to you that she uses people for dates and sex and manipulates them to get what she wants, but somehow, only 1 month in, you are adamantly sure you aren't the one getting used or manipulated? Sure. Let me ask you, given that she has this other guy, that she never told you about, who is also married and can't cramp her lifestyle, why would she give that up? You believe it's over just because that phone call happened in front of you? Not sure how you can tell yourself that someone who admits to using people, manipulating people, and having sex with married men is any kind of decent. So even if, after only 1 month, she felt that you were her number one, why would you want to even be involved with her? She treats me well, and wants to be serious. So I'm trying to understand her, but she's too good at playing innocent angel, and I'm trying to figure it out to see if she is giving her the benefit of the doubt, trying to change, or what her true motives are. Not to mention, who else does she have like this, right? Everything you're saying is right, and her past is shaky. I don't want to judge her based on her past, but I also want to expose her. The fact that he gave her oral coming up a week later makes me feel like she could have been transparent about it when he called. But the fact that she gave up that little information shows me that she thinks I'll judge her if she said that more happened. Her past happened just now. She's not into you nor wants to be serious with you if she's also seeing someone else. Wake up, man. She's not seeing him, he is chasing her, and she hasn't cut him off during our 1-month stint. So I see where you are coming from. Except she told you that she was using him for dates. Dating is seeing someone in my book. Also, taking a self-confessed user/cheater/manipulator that you've only known for a month's word on things is probably not the smartest thing you're ever going to do in your life. Are you sure she isn't telling someone else she has you on a leash? The hard way. Coming right up. I think the more important question here is, why does she think it's okay to have oral sex with a married man and keep him on a leash when he's committed to someone else and she's aware of that fact? That speaks volumes. To me, that would be more concerning about her moral character and what else she's capable of, if she's taking it that lightly. I think maybe that is what should be disturbing you. And don't ever put someone in the position of asking if their wife is better or their affair partner. If that ever got back to the wife, JFC. Have some compassion. And if you get a chance, tell the wife. I don't know the guy or the wife, and it's true, the fact that she carried it out like that at the guy's house when the wife was away, and let's use this dude to take advantage is disturbing, but still I think more happened and she doesn't want to reveal that because she is afraid it would turn me off. But she admitted to something because she wants to try to look honest, and plus the fact I'm learning about it a week later, not when the phone call happened. It should turn you off. That she doesn't see a problem with doing it to someone else speaks volumes. That doesn't bode well for her being willing to do it to you. It's only been a month. Move on and find someone who doesn't think sleeping with someone else's husband in their bed is okay. I get it, there is no moral, but her mind it's, well, he just wants me for sex, so I'm going to use him and give him breadcrumbs, her words. Well, you can see she is manipulative. Just wait till this is aimed at you, if it isn't already. That's what she's telling you. Think about it, if he's chasing her for sex and she has let him give her oral sex, then he caught what he was chasing. Seriously, the fact that she's telling you she's okay using people and that isn't stopping you is crazy. Also, you thinking that after a month you're the only really special guy in her life is funny. The point of your post is that you still believe she's lying and you're desperately trying to find ways to justify moving forward with her. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. You've known her for a month. Why are you so determined to commit to her? I like her, she is a great cook, and our bond on certain topics is unique. You must be trolling. You're going to ignore her nonchalantly using people and lying to UBC she can cook. And unless the topics that you bond with her include infidelity and betrayal or open relationships, then it's kind of a moot point. But it's your life, so go for it. But don't cry or ask why would she do this to me. When she uses you and cheats on UBC, she will. I understand, not trying to troll. Did you say you've been dating for a month? Would it be too much to ask for you to reflect on that? Reflect, how? That is awfully suspicious. I know it is. I feel like more happened. Definitely go with your instinct on this. I'd ask her to call him and ask that question you suggested in your post. Her having him on a leash would make me feel pretty uncomfortable. My friends are saying don't have her do that. But that would confirm whether or not she lied, in my opinion. It's all about your peace of mind. The red flags you ignore in the beginning will bite you in the ear later. Asking her could help, but she can also lie or trickle truth. So if she doesn't want to call the guy and ease into posing that question to convey if more happened, then we know what it is. Absolutely. I'd have one foot out the door if I were in your shoes. Does anyone believe more actually happened and she is hiding? See no evil monkey. I believe she is hiding more. Dude, this is a cut and dry case of GTFO now. I'd put a month's pay on more and that she's playing you like she's playing this married dude, and whomever else. Everything you have said about her are classic signs of a manipulator. You've only been together a month and you think she's going to change her ways for you, again, after only a month? All these things she has told you and is doing speak volumes about her character. Cheating with a married man, using him for dates, still in contact with him, and she is already verifiably, by your own words, lying to you. Believe me, man, you're setting yourself up for a world of hurt. I guarantee you she has multiple men on a leash. She apparently is good at making men think she is into them and playing them for what she wants. You hit it spot on, that op is in for a world of hurt. My boy is going to crash hard when he figures it out. Faux show, Snoop nodding gif. I've done that dance, and once again just to make sure. It sucks. I hope Op saves himself. Who is Op? That's you, my friend. Op, original poster. THX. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Stay frosty. Even if both of you are intending on just a casual thing, be careful. While the old adage don't stick your D in crazy is somewhat funny, it's also true. She confirmed yesterday that more did happen. Geez, mate, she has him on the leash and uses him? She must be an 11 if you are prepared to date a narcissist like this. Unless you're in it just for some fun, but be on your guard. He's definitely not in it just for fun. If that was the case, he wouldn't even care about the other dude. Op thinks he actually has leverage by making her call him. This will end badly. I am on my guard. Dude, 1 month? Really? Listen to yourself. 1 month and she has already cheated and lied right to your face, looked right in your eyes and lied. Plus she did it with a married man. Get out now. I feel for you, I really do. We were both in the same place where the women we worshipped lied to our face. The lies flowed from their mouths so easy. They only trickled truth to us and continued hurting us both by not telling the truth, leaving us wondering. You're looking about tricking him into telling you their history? She lied to your face and you didn't know? She's done this before. You don't think she has already called him and told him what you thought? You are only 1 month into her. I was 1 year married when I found out. Her story was the guy I caught her with, that they had only been kissing and holding hands, but too many things didn't add up, such as why did he park his car down the street, around a corner. I told her she was leaving or taking a polygraph. She lied, telling me she didn't do anything but kiss, accused me of not trusting, etc. She decided to take the polygraph. Remember her truth, hold hands and kissing? Polygraph truth. Since we were married 1 year ago, she had sex with 5+ men numerous times each. She engaged in oral, PIV sex with them all, and oral, anal and PIV with one. They did it in my house, in my bed, in her car, in a motel while I was at home. As the polygraph read the results, her facial expression never changed. She got up, told me the machine was wrong and wanted to go home. I left her there and moved all her stuff into the garage before she got home. I saw a lawyer the next day. Your GF has already lied to you. Can you ever believe her? Trust in your relationship is mandatory or you will remain sick. Yes, stress about infidelity will make you sick. Where is she? Why is she late? Who is she with? Is she telling me the truth? You will find yourself checking on everything she ever tells you. You will become angry if she tells you that she went to the store for laundry detergent and milk, but had to go to a second store, traffic was backed up, there was a fire or police activity, the road was closed for construction, etc., will trigger every raw nerve in your body. You need to get out now. You already know what kind of woman she is, a liar, cheater, homewrecker by having sex with a married man. She probably thought she could beat the polygraph. Yes, I don't want to figure this out a year in like you had to. I'm sorry about your situation. Did you say you've been dating for a month? Would it be too much to ask for you to reflect on that? Not too much when she has high hopes and aspirations for me to take her serious and move forward in a relationship. I'm taking things casual, but this is disturbing to me. I really feel like more happened and she doesn't want to ruin how I'd look at her. The fact that he still calls her phone means for a month she hasn't thought to set that straight beforehand if she wanted me seriously. How? By showing you that she has very low moral character? Don't get me wrong, I'd get it if you were only in an FWB situation, but if that's how she intends to be taken, I'd be heading in the opposite direction, bro. Seriously, that's a major red flag, and even if she's telling the truth, and he is just some schmuck she's been using, that's still pretty shitty. That tells me two things. 1. She's capable of doing the same to you. 2. She gives no duckers at all. Is that someone you think is adding value to your life? Come on, man. I think I'm going to make her call him. Honestly, I'd ghost, and be thankful that I saw her true colors before I got myself into anything more serious. If you're not that type, I'd explain that all of those qualities aren't something that screams I'm relationship material, please take me seriously. It screams I will use you for everything you have, and ultimately, I think it's okay to mess with married men's heads in order to benefit myself. But hey, you do you, my guy. Personally, you don't need to hear him tell you anything, when she's basically already told you she's a terrible person. You make a great point. But she continues to plead she has nothing to hide and that would have set the record straight. And if I bring it up again I get the why do you want us to fail speech. Honestly, I'd reply with, why do you think that I would want to be in a relationship with someone with a past history of being a shitty person? Then follow that up with, you don't need my help to make this fail. She's right, though, because she was very upfront with the fact that she's manipulative and a user. Two huge red flags. Add in low morals and being a bad person, and phew, lad. Dude. You hit the nail on the head. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.